How much deep, light, and REM sleep do you need? If you're getting the recommended amount of slumber, 7 to 9 hours a night, you're spending about 1/3 of your life asleep. Although that may seem like a lot of time, your mind and body are very busy during that time so that you can be productive, energetic, and healthy when you're awake. There are 5 stages of sleep that rotate between non-rapid eye movement, NREM, and rapid eye movement, REM, and includes drowsiness, light sleep, moderate to deep sleep, deepest sleep, and dreaming. Experts have recommended that adults get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. New research aims to identify not just how much total sleep you need, but also how much of each stage of sleep you need. The stages of sleep. Sleep stages 1, 2, and REM consist of light sleep, while 3 and 4 comprise deep sleep. Stage 1. During Stage 1, you drift from being awake to being asleep. This is a light NREM sleep that doesn't last very long. You may start to relax and dream, but may also twitch as you transition into Stage 2. Stage 2. Stage 2 of the sleep cycle is still a light sleep, but you're drifting into a steadier sleep. Your breathing and heartbeat slow down, and your muscles relax. Your body temperature decreases, and your brain waves are less active. Stages 3 and 4. In Stage 3, you enter deep sleep, and Stage 4 is the deepest sleep stage. During deep sleep, your breathing, heartbeat, body temperature, and brain waves reach their lowest levels. Your muscles are extremely relaxed, and you're most difficult to rouse. Stage 4 is known as the healing stage, when tissue growth and repair take place, important hormones are released to do their jobs, and cellular energy is restored. REM sleep. Your first REM cycle of the night begins about 90 minutes after you fall asleep and recurs every 90 minutes. Your eyes move around quickly behind your eyelids, and your brain waves look similar to those of someone who's awake. Your breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure rise to near waking levels. REM sleep, often referred to as Stage 5, is when you're most likely to dream. Your arms and legs become temporarily paralyzed during this stage to prevent you from physically acting out your dreams. How much deep sleep should you get? In healthy adults, about 13 to 23% of your sleep is deep sleep. So if you sleep for 8 hours a night, that's roughly 62 to 110 minutes. However, as you get older, you require less deep sleep. During deep sleep, a variety of functions take place in the mind and body. Memories are consolidated, learning and emotions process, physical recovery occurs, blood sugar levels and metabolism balance out, the immune system is energized, your brain detoxifies. Without deep sleep, these functions cannot take place, and the symptoms of sleep deprivation kick in. On the other hand, there doesn't seem to be any such thing as too much deep sleep. How much REM sleep should you get? Although there's no official consensus on how much REM sleep you should get, dreaming is most common during this stage. Experts believe that dreaming helps you process emotions and solidify certain memories. For most adults, REM takes up about 20 to 25% of sleep, and this seems to be healthy during average sleep cycles. However, sleep research is raising some interesting questions. One recent study suggested that higher amounts of REM sleep may be associated with depression. But don't go making sudden changes in your sleep habits. It's not clear which is the cause and which is the effect. How much light sleep do you need? Although sleep scientists believe that light sleep is good for you, there's no minimum to strive for. Light sleep is usually the default stage, one that's nearly impossible to avoid if you're asleep at all. Too much overall sleep on a regular basis, however, is linked to obesity, depression, pain, heart disease, and even increased risk of death. How much deep and light sleep do children need? Babies and children need more sleep than adults. Babies need the most, spending about 16 of every 24 hours of sleep. Approximately 50% of their slumber is spent in the REM stage, while the other 50% is divided between stages 1 through 4 and NREM sleep that cycles between light and deep. As children grow older, the amount of sleep they need varies. Toddlers need 11 to 14 hours, preschoolers 10 to 13 hours, school-age children 9 to 12 hours, and teens need 8 to 10 hours. With enough sleep that appears to be restful, it's likely that the light, deep, and REM ratio is exactly where it should be in young people. If they're having trouble with falling asleep, staying asleep or sleeping well, or if they're sleeping way too much for their age, children may be irritable, could have learning and memory problems, and may be more susceptible to illness. How to increase deep sleep. If you sleep 8 hours but toss and turn all night, you may not be getting enough deep sleep. It's impossible to force your brain to go into deep sleep, but there are a number of strategies that have shown some promise in terms of increasing your percentage of deep sleep. These include reducing stress, establishing sleep rituals and routines, using an eye mask to block out light, sleeping in a cool room, exercising, eating a healthy diet, listening to white or pink noise, brainwave entertainment, and meditation. Although the science is still new, a number of sleep trackers are available that may help you track your sleep patterns and see how much light, REM, and deep sleep you're getting. Why you may be waking up tired. According to the American Sleep Apnea Association, you should feel fresh and alert when you wake up, but many people don't. If you're sleeping for 7 to 9 hours each night, but only 10% of that is deep sleep, you're not getting the 90 minutes you need and might still be tired each day. A sleep study may help you figure out what's going on. There are a number of possible causes that you might want to discuss with a doctor, including general sleep disorder, obstructive sleep apnea, not getting enough sleep, getting too much sleep, other health conditions that cause fatigue. Impact of sleep deprivation on the body. Scientists say that quality sleep is important to health as food and water are. It helps you survive and thrive. Some of the side effects of sleep deprivation include memory troubles, mood changes, weakened immunity, trouble concentrating, poor response time and increased risk of accidents, high blood pressure, weight gain, risk for diabetes, low sex drive, risk of heart disease, poor balance, and early aging. Takeaway. Scientists agree that sleep is essential to health, and while stages 1 to 4 and REM sleep are all important, deep sleep is the most essential of all for feeling rested and staying healthy. The average healthy adult gets roughly 1 to 2 hours of deep sleep per 8 hours of nightly sleep. There are various ways to gauge whether you are, from personal trackers to a sleep study. If you're waking up tired on a regular basis, it's a good idea to talk to a healthcare provider. The world is filled with stories going viral every single day. But how many of these sites can you actually follow? We understand that your day should start with positive stories, stories that resonate with you. And so we started JoJo Stories. Our mission is to create meaningful stories that cover everything from animals to anthropology, history to environment and lifestyle. The kind of content you read on our site will be one you'll want to share with your family and friends. We hope you'll join our growing family and be part of our community. Welcome to JoJo Stories. JoJoStories.com.